Hi, ALJ, Vale here.
Humans have ethics. So something like this. From a human ethical point of view, it should be impossible. But, if you get used to it, you can do it normally. Of course. Surgeons aren't bad.
Collective animals move in conformity. Humans are not the same, but approximately 75% are said to be affected by conformity. In previous Asch conformity experiments, even though I know it's obviously strange and wrong, the probability of choosing the wrong answer in conformity with the population is about 25%. Asch conformity experiment. Obedience to the group's clearly strange/wrong conformity about 1 out of 4 times. About 75% have an effect on conformity. Milgram experiment. The subject of the experiment is the person who switches on the electric current, the role of the teacher, the role of the doctor giving instructions, and the role of the student behind the wall are acting. Each time the student incorrectly answered a question, the voltage was increased by 15 volts. All the participants raised the voltage to 300 volts, which is said to be dangerous. 65% are said to have ramped up the voltage to the end of the life-threatening 450 volts. Milgram experiment skeptic's opinion. In this experiment, the acting of the student may be exposed. Problems such as a lot of ad-libs and intimidation in the role of a doctor were pointed out. Even those skeptics, about 30% of people turn on the last 450 volts. It is said that there is no doubt that more than half will increase the voltage to 300 volts. Stanford prison experiment. The plan was to divide 21 college students into prison officers and prisoners for a 2-week experiment. Because the role of prison officer went out of control and violence and abuse took place, the experiment ended in 6 days. Opinion on experiment. Due to problems with the scale of the experiment, low reproducibility, and the premise of the experiment, it is the view of many researchers that it should only be used as a reference. But there seems to be a lot of opinions that people with power tend to run wild and do evil more or less. Although the 3 experiments I just mentioned have their own criticisms, for some reason, there is not much criticism of the experimental results. That we, all of you, from the beginning, this is because they think that authority and power have elements that make them evil. When I was a child, I would boast about my parents buying me something. Having a cocky attitude after being praised by school evaluations, many people have had the experience of being given a role and being overbearing. Yes. It is an experience that has gone out of control and gone too far. Therefore, those who have too much authority or power, everyone thinks that there is no way to control that power without letting it go out of control. Yes. If you think that power becomes evil, it means you are.
これらの実験から実際の例。ある会社の営業部署で権力を持った上司が部下に対し、不正に水増しされたデータで営業をするように命令したとします。その不正の命令に3割の部下が従い、その部下たちは業績が良くなりました。そして不正しなかった7割の部下に同調圧力、集団圧力がかかります。どうして他の人にはできてあなたにはできないのですかと。そうしてこの部署は不正をするのが当たり前になり、その悪に慣れていきます。はい。とても身近にありそうな話ですよね。
Then, the surgeon mentioned at the beginning. They have great power to mutilate the bodies of others. They have great power over the lives of others. So why don't most surgeons abuse power? There are so many specific rules that surgeons find it absurd. In addition, this is educated at medical schools and medical sites to become surgeons. This is called professional ethics. If not as much as the ethics of doctors. If you want to prevent abuse of authority and power. Concrete rules without omissions, and it means that you need strong mutual supervision or a strong will. Then, do politicians get an education to become politicians? Do rich people get rich people's education? What kind of measures do people with great powers to avoid being evil?
ちなみにですね、日本人は同調圧力が強い、集団意識が強いというのは、日本人だけでなく、世界でも割と共通認識です。なので、日本でのアッシュ同調実験の結果、はい、日本でも行われているんですけど、日本人は影響が強く出るんでしょうって思うじゃないですか。でもですね、世界の他の国と同様か、またはそれより少し弱い。つまり日本人は同調圧力の影響を受ける方ではないという結果だと言われています。 はいはいってなりますよね。でも日本人が同調圧力が強いというのは自他ともに認めている。これはですね、日本人が他人からの同調圧力を受け取ってしまうからという問題ではなくて、出る杭は打たれるとかの日本のね、文化的問題。日本人は妬みが強いとか、他と違う人を認めないとかの、これをスパイト行動と言うんですが、日本語で悪い言い方に直すと、意地悪行動と言った方がいいのか、はい、日本人はね、これが強いと考えられます。ただこのスパイト行動にも利点はあるので、また機会があれば動画にしたいと思います。はい、今回の動画は皆さんどう思われましたか？コメントしていただけるとありがたいです。それではご視聴ありがとうございました。See ya! See ya!